Before you watch this video, make sure you've seen part 1, the link will be in the description. I hope you enjoy this video. 1 week after the last video. And don't forget about the test on Monday. The last class of the week had just finished. Deku was packing his things. A test, good. I can hide away in my room and nobody can question me because I'll just say I'm studying. Deku, are you coming? Deku snapped out of his thoughts and realized he was just stood at his desk staring into space for the past few minutes. He looked over to Uraraka but did a double take as he noticed Bakugo stood in the classroom door watching him. They made eye contact and Bakugo blinked and looked to the floor, shoving his hands in his pockets and walking away. Uraraka watched Bakugo leave before stepping over to Deku. Don't worry about him, he hasn't even spoken to you since that day. That's exactly why I am worried. I told him to stay away but I didn't think he'd actually listen, and now I'm scared I went too far. Sure he hurt me but when I replay that night in my mind I feel like, God, I was so angry I should have given him a chance to explain. Midoriya, you didn't owe him anything. You had a right to be angry. He'll come around in time I'm sure. Never mind, it's stupid. He grabbed his bag and slung it over his shoulder, heading out the classroom as his friends followed behind. You should try to do something fun this weekend to take your mind off of it, Midoriya. But what about the test? Are you saying fun is more important than studying? Well, maybe just this once. No, I need to study. I'll just spend the whole weekend focusing. That'll be enough to take my mind off Kacchan. Well, surely this is a good thing, Deku. He's finally leaving you alone. He didn't want to be left alone, he just wanted Bakugo to stop being an asshole. He's fed up. I think I pushed too far, don't you? He's been really off lately, poor Deku. It's because he feels guilty, which is good. He should feel guilty, and then he'll eventually get past that and try to be better. Supportive Ida. This is Bakugo we're talking about. You really think that's how it'll go? She's worried. I should talk to him. No? Come on, you know that's a bad idea. Bakugo-chan will talk to you when he's ready. It would ruin all the progress if you talked to him now. I guess that's true. The 5 of them walked to their dorm building together, the others all trying to plan something fun while Deku made excuses and shrugged every plan off. When they reached the dorms they were immediately shocked into silence by the sound of Bakugo's distant yelling up the stairs. Fuck off, I fucked everything up, okay? But Bakugo, it's Deku, you just need to talk to him again and stop it, it's too late. They all heard a door slam and looked to Deku as he gripped the straps of his bag tightly and looked to the floor. Before they could ask if he was okay, Kirishima and Kaminari came down the stairs and looked to Deku with wide eyes. Oh, don't worry about him, Deku, he's totally fine. Thanks, Kaminari-kun, but you don't have to lie to me. Well, it's Bakugo, it won't be long until he's fine, right? Kiri was trying to stay positive, but after a week of Bakugo being quieter and distant, he was starting to doubt it as well. Of course. Well, does anyone have fun plans this weekend? We should all do something together. I need to study. Deku brushed past Kaminari and made his way up the stairs, leaving his friends to worry after him. Should I? He's more likely to listen to you if you go talk to him, Todoroki-kun. Oh, Todoroki, before you go Kirishima wrung his hands together nervously and stepped closer to Todoroki, whose eyes widened a little in confusion. OMG bro, are you finally? Dude, please stop. Sorry. What is it? Kirishima? I was just wondering if maybe you'd come to dinner with me tonight. Nervous Kiri. Oh, that sounds nice, sure. I need to go check on Midoriya though. Todoroki rushed off obliviously as the others all stood silently in shock. He had no idea I was asking him on a date, did he? Oof. Oh Kirishima-kun, I'm sure he'd have said yes if he'd known anyway. We'll make sure he knows before later. Hey, Midoriya. Deku was just about to enter his dorm room when Todoroki caught up, gently holding his arm and frowning in concern. What, Todoroki? Hey, I know this sucks, I know you're upset, but please don't let him hurt you like this. This should be better. He hasn't insulted you in over a week now. He feels bad. I know. I should just be happy about that, but you don't understand how much I miss him. Poor baby. I get it. It's just unfair that feelings can't be controlled. If they could, I'd switch off my feelings for Kacchan in a heartbeat. So stressed. Hey, don't think like that. Surely there must have been some nice things. Don't your feelings make you feel good sometimes? Well, when we would call, and he would compliment me, and tell me he was proud of me and that he thought I was strong, and smart, and cute, bless him. Oh, I didn't realize he actually went that far. Wow, you weren't kidding. Fuck, now I'm even more mad at him. Todoroki, why couldn't I have just fallen in love with you? Todoroki's eyes widened before he laughed softly. Both of them were oblivious to the fact that Bakugo had opened his door down the hall. He was planning to go and talk to Deku, but had stopped when he heard them talking. Why would you want that? Well, you're like the perfect guy. So sweet, kind, caring, not to mention like super handsome. Oh, well, I'm flattered. Thank you, Midoriya, but I think you're giving me too high praise. Besides, what about you? Bakugo wasn't lying whenever he complimented you, you know. Deku blushed and looked away shyly. I'm serious, he's stupid if he doesn't realize how perfect you are. He better sort himself out. Bakugo gulped and frowned at himself, leaning against his door frame and peeking into the hall to look at them both. You think I'm perfect? Deku was looking into Todoroki's eyes so hopefully. The taller boy brought a hand up to stroke his cheek softly. Well, perfect doesn't even really mean anything. Just as he was about to laugh at himself, Deku pushed onto his tiptoes and kissed Todoroki on the lips. Bakugo stood up in shock and felt his chest constricting. He immediately turned around and shut himself back in his room. When Deku pulled back, Todoroki was still frozen with his eyes blown wide in complete shock. Well, that was unexpected. Fuck, why did I do that? Deku stepped back and covered his mouth. I don't know, why did you do that? I don't know, it just felt right, but now it feels so wrong. I can't believe I did that. Oh god, Todoroki, I'm so sorry. Hey, whoa, you don't need to be sorry. There's nothing wrong with kissing me, you know. You're not upset with me? No, one kiss doesn't have to change anything if you don't want it to. You're just stressed and confused about Bakugo, plus your lips are really soft. Wouldn't mind doing it again sometime. Todoroki, he's so embarrassed. Stop worrying about it, I'm teasing. Anyway, I would offer to stay and do something with you to get you out of your slump, but Kirishima invited me to dinner, so I should probably go get ready. Oh my god, no fucking way. Huh, what? Midoriya, he's lost. He finally asked you on a date, and right after I go and fucking kiss you, oh my fucking god. Whoa, wait, hold up, date? What the fuck? Duh. What do you mean? It's a date? Oh god. Yes, he's been talking about asking you out for months. He's literally dying. Yes, oh god, he's going to hate me. I wasn't thinking at all. Help him. Deku was on the brink of tears, but Todoroki pulled him into a hug. Stop panicking. Damn it, I should be the one panicking. I have a date. Yes you do, you need to get ready, not be here with me. So wait, Kirishima likes me? What kind of question is that? Well, I had no idea. It wasn't exactly obvious. You're just oblivious. It's so obvious. Facepalm. Todoroki blushed and let Deku go, touching his own red cheeks and taking a deep breath. I can't believe he asked me out and I didn't even know what was going on. I really am oblivious. Yes, now go, don't worry about me. I need to study anyway. Okay, yeah, holy shit, okay. Hey, you got this, Todoroki-kun. Kiri is obsessed with you. Todoroki's eyes widened and he blushed darker, but he nodded. Thank you, I'll text you about it later, I guess. He's so nervous. Yes, have fun. Supportive grin. Deku shooed him away before going into his dorm, immediately sighing and holding his head in his hands. What the fuck was that idiot? Are you really that desperate for attention? You're in love with Kacchan, but the moment someone else shows you a tiny bit of interest you jump on it. God, I'm so stupid. He groaned before shuffling over to his bed and flopping onto his face. I should probably actually study. Sigh. He stood up again and got his papers out of his bag, putting them on his desk and pulling the chair out. Great. Just smile and open the door. It's probably Todoroki not knowing what to wear or something. He took a deep breath and plastered a fake smile onto his face, swinging the door open, and freezing in shock. His smile dropped as he looked up at Bakugo, and before he could even say anything, Deku was already trying to close the door. Wait, Bakugo put his foot in the way and gripped the handle. Ida told me you were studying. I thought maybe I'd ask if we could study together. Deku's heart was racing as he held the door in place. I'm sorry, I should just go. Fuck. Bakugo moved his foot and turned around. Deku gripped the handle harder. Fuck no, what are you doing? Wait, Kacchan? He swung the door open and chased after Bakugo, grabbing his arm and looking up into his eyes. I'm sorry, you told me to stay away. I've been trying, but I just thought. I want to be better. It's a lot to ask of you though, so. No, it's not. Of course you can study with me. please, come back to my room, puppy eyes. Bakugo gulped but smiled a little and nodded. They both went back to Deku's dorm and the smaller boy nervously sat at his desk. I know it's only been a week, you have every right to hate me, and I don't deserve another chance to prove myself, but I really am sorry, I just need you to know that. I believe you, Ka-chan, but, let's just study, okay? Yay, I actually made notes this week, I noticed you were spacing out a bit. Oh, you took notes for me? Well, you know, it's my fault you weren't fully focused, it's the least I could do. Ka-chan, I was going to have to do so much work, oh god. Thank you, this means I won't have to study all weekend. Adorable smile. Bakugo grabbed some papers out of his bag and handed them to Deku with a smile, before sitting on the spare chair in the room. It's nothing really, I know you've never failed a test and I really didn't want to live with even more guilt knowing I'd be the reason you struggled with this one. He feels so bad. It wouldn't have been your fault anyway, I'm just in my own head because of last week, but that's not your fault. Stop letting me off the hook. God, Deku, I'm trying to hold myself accountable for my mistakes so I can be better, but you getting like this and trying to tell me it's okay really isn't helping. Oh, okay, I guess it was both of our faults. No, my fault, you did the right thing pushing me away, you did nothing wrong, I needed that honestly. They regressed into a bit of a silence as Deku looked over the notes. Not much information was actually going in though because he just kept replaying the events of him shoving Bakugo out of his room. Sorry if the notes are useless, I wrote down what I could, but just cause I was listening doesn't mean I understood what was going on. Oof. Oh, that's fine, I get it. The notes are great, Ka-chan. I could talk you through it? If you actually wanted to study, of course. I probably should, I don't really want to fail either. They studied together for a while, Deku answering any questions Bakugo had, and it didn't feel awkward anymore. The longer they were together, the more comfortable Deku felt, the easier he found himself smiling and laughing, and the harder his heartbeat raced every time they got too close or locked eyes. You're so smart, you know. Huh, oh, thank you, blushy boy. It's not fair to have the brains and the beauty, leave some for the rest of us. Bakugo laughed at himself a little, continuing to note down what Deku had just explained to him, completely oblivious to the way Deku was staring at him with rosy cheeks and butterflies in his stomach. Don't get sucked in again, he's only being like this because we're alone. If we were outside this little bubble of happiness, he would just go back to being how he always is. Bakugo looked up as Deku was still staring at him. He smiled sadly and sighed. So what's up with you and Icy Hot? Deku's eyes widened and he felt his face heating up at the unexpected question. What do you mean? Well, I'm just wondering if I've completely missed my shot. Ka-chan, I don't understand what you're talking about. I heard you talking to him, I was about to come and ask to study, but I shouldn't have snooped. As soon as I heard you, I should have just shut my door and pretended I saw nothing, but I couldn't. I was jealous and scared, and then, well, you know. Deku was bright red by this point, his heart was thumping in his throat and his eyes were sparkling. Ka-chan. It's fine, it's better for you that way anyway. If anything, I'd just be happy for you that you'd actually be happy, you know. Ka-chan, no, I only did it because I wasn't thinking straight. I was feeling so down and lonely, and Todoroki was being really nice. It felt so wrong afterwards because it wasn't you. Deku stared into Bakugo's wide eyes as they both blushed. You want to kiss me? You don't hate me? Ka-chan, of course I don't hate you. What are you even saying? Sigh, can we just finish studying first? We're almost done, then we can talk? Bakugo gulped but nodded, both of them looking back to their papers in silence to finish their work. About half an hour later, Bakugo finished first, sighing and leaning back in his chair. So you're not doing anything for the rest of the weekend? I guess not, now that I'm done with studying? All thanks to you, cutest smile. Glad I could help. Hey, we should watch Howl's Moving Castle. Ka-chan. I don't know about that, yet? So you're not saying never? Bakugo perked up with sparkly eyes, looking to Deku hopefully, and the poor boy just sighed. I'm not being stupid, am I? You're acting different, even better than when it was going good before. I'm not stupid and naive for wanting to forgive you again already, am I? He's nervous. He frowned at himself and Bakugo's smile had faltered. Well, of course I'm going to want you to forgive me, and tell you you're not stupid, but after everything I did I don't deserve it. Guilty boy. I should take more time, I think. Thank you for studying with me today, Ka-chan. Oh, of course, yeah, I'll leave now. Thank you for letting me in. Really, I can't believe I even had the nerve to ask. I'm glad you did, precious baby. They stood up and Deku let Bakugo out the room. What even was their relationship anymore? Are we friends? Are we more? Are we less? It's so weird. Thanks again, see you later, nerd, teasing smile. Deku stupidly felt his heart jump at the name. Why did it sound endearing that time? Later Ka-chan, blushy smile. The next morning, Deku was sat in the common room with the girls, as they all listened to Todoroki talk about his date the night before. So what happened at the end? She needs the tea. He was so sweet. He asked me if I enjoyed it, which obviously I did, and then he asked if I'd go out with him again sometime because he has somewhere specific he wants to take me. OMG, where? Shook. I don't know, but it seems like it was special, like he wanted to make sure I had feelings for him too before he took me there, so I'm really excited. OMG, that's so cute. Have you already planned it? Not the date yet, but I basically said I'd love to do anything with him. Cutest blushes. Owa, so cute. That's so sweet, Todoroki-kun. I'm so happy for you. I can't believe I didn't realize it was a date when he asked. I never knew he liked me. God, he's so hot though, right? He's not wrong. Meh. Sigh, I wish Ka-chan would take me out to dinner. Deku-chan, you might want to turn around. Deku tensed on the couch and looked between the girls in fear. Hey Bakugo. Deku, Izuku. Deku whipped his head round in shock at hearing his first name, from Bakugo of all people. Ka-chan, what? Well, you He had rosy cheeks and he couldn't seem to look at Deku, before he took a deep breath and looked into his eyes. Would you like to come out for dinner with me? Lunch with me. It's lunchtime. Bakugo. I know, look, I'm done being a dumbass. I've spent the last week thinking really hard about everything, how I treated you and how I felt and how you felt, or well, how I thought you felt at least. I really took you for granted. I realize that now. I appreciate all the things you did for me, brightening up my day even after I'd ruined yours, constantly forgiving me even when I didn't apologize or ask you to. I'm rambling in front of everyone. Great. I just wanted to ask, no, beg, for you to give me just today, just this one day to treat you how I should have been treating you from the start and how I want to treat you from now on. Let me prove to you that I've learned from my mistakes. I really have. I promise I mean it this time. Deku was fighting with himself on the inside, but seeing the sincerity in Bakugo's eyes overruled any doubts he had. Okay, yeah, I'll come to lunch with you, Ka-chan. Precious smile. Really? He wasn't expecting that. Yeah, I'd love to. He's so adorable. Eeeeee, what is with all the cuteness? OMG, this is too much for my heart to handle. Same Toru. I know, right? So precious. Sobbing. Bakugo, I know it's not my place, but as Deku's best friend I am obligated to tell you that if you mess up again I will have to hurt you. Protective bean. Yeah, I know, I would say something cocky like you wouldn't be able to, but it's never going to happen anyway. I promise. I'm done being an asshole. Well, I'd better get ready then. You are ready. You look perfect. Let's go. Excited grinning. Deku blushed but took Bakugo's outstretched hand with a smile. Have a nice date. We will. Smug Bakugo. I can't believe you called me Izuku. Well, Deku started out as an insult and I know it's your hero name now and you made it something nicer, but calling you Deku while trying to sincerely apologize just didn't feel right. You could have called me Midoriya. Just saying. Cha, yeah, that's even weirder. What? Why? That's what most people call me, if not Deku. Well, that's why I don't want to call you Midoriya. That's what Icy Hot calls you, salty boy. Oh, so it's because you want to be special. He's teasing. Maybe. I'll probably just keep calling you Deku anyway. It's habit now. That's fine, Ka-chan. I don't mind what you call me. Sweet smile. Though Deku didn't mean anything deeper by that, Bakugo couldn't stop himself from imagining all the pet names he could call Deku in future. Baby, babe, love, honey, teddy bear, princess. Ka-chan, you've gone all red. Are you okay? Bakugo sat up straighter and cleared his throat. Ahem, yeah, I'm fine. Sorry. He's so flustered. Did you like the food? It was all right. Yours? It was yummy. Good. God, you're so cute. Oh, compliments in public? That's unexpected. Yeah, what's wrong with that? Well, you've never done that before. Oh, I guess that's true, but like I said, I'm not being stupid anymore. I know how I feel and I don't care about showing that off. Huff. Deku felt so giddy, Bakugo was actually sticking to his word. It didn't matter that they weren't alone, he was still being sweet. Good afternoon, everything finished? Yeah, you want anything else? What about you? Let me guess, you're a spice lover. We actually have a chili chocolate cake if you'd like to try some. The waiter placed a hand on Bakugo's shoulder and winked. Deku frowned in panic. This waiter was tall and gorgeous, and clearly flirting with his Kacchan. Whoa, how did you know I liked spicy food? Magic. He tapped his head with his pen and laughed, dragging his eyes over Bakugo as Deku's hands gripped his own legs under the table. Kacchan, I think I'm full. Oh, did you want to leave now? We can go if you want, I can try some another time. He's being so sweet. Come on, that's not very fair. Look, what if I get you a tiny taste on the house? Well, Deku? The poor boy gulped and looked up at the waiter in fear. His eyes were glued to Bakugo and Deku hated it so much. If you want to try the cake, you can try the cake, Kacchan. Hooray, I'll be right back. He squeezed Bakugo's shoulder gently before hurrying off. Damn, he was a little enthusiastic. I'm trying to be a nicer person, but do I have to keep that up with everyone? Deku was completely spaced out, not listening to a word Bakugo was saying as his mind span with thoughts. Kacchan always leaves me when someone better comes along, someone cooler, more popular. That guy, he was like a model, and so charismatic and charming. Kacchan is going to leave me again. He'll choose that perfect guy over me. Deku, Izuku, hey, here you go. I got as big of a slice as I could while still obeying on the house rules. He laughed as he placed a small plate in front of Bakugo, and a note underneath it. What's this? Oh honey, look at that later. Flirty wink. Honey? Deku's heart begun racing and his breathing was getting shallower, and seemed to take much more effort. Oh god, please no, fuck not now. Is this your phone number? What the fuck? Sweetie, now that wasn't very discreet, was it? And to think I went through all that trouble. Can't you tell we're on a date? Well yes, that's why I was being discreet, but this is very clearly a first date, meaning you're still ripe for the picking. And look at that boy. I feel bad for him, but I could give you so much more than he ever could. What the fuck? Kacchan, it's okay. No, it's not okay at all. Huff. Oh, puppy has a temper? Are you insane? I would be the absolute dumbest person on earth to even look at you when he's finally here with me. I'm finally on a real date with the guy I'm so fucking in love with, and you think you can waltz in here with your weird pet names and get me to fall on my knees at your feet? He's pissed. Well damn. Bakugo glared up at the waiter as he scanned over his body again and tutted. That's such a shame. Bakugo dug into his bag and got money out to pay. We're leaving. Kacchan. Come on. Cute smile. He stood up and held out a hand for Deku to take. The boy was so shell-shocked but shakily took it and stood as well. The waiter glared at him as Bakugo led them out the restaurant, but Deku was hardly even registering anything that was happening. What was the name of this place? Let's remember to never go back there. He's so annoyed. As they were walking through a park across the street, Bakugo intertwined their fingers and tilted his head to look at Deku properly. Hey, are you okay? You're actually in love with me? He blurted out the question and looked into Bakugo's eyes. They stopped walking and the blonde boy smiled softly. I know it was really bad timing, like a dumb amount of insensitive, that I confessed when I did. I didn't realize how stupid I sounded, telling you I was in love with you. I needed more time to understand my feelings, so I'm really glad you shut me out. It was the wake-up call I needed. I didn't understand what was happening before, but I get it now. I was so scared of us having a real relationship because I didn't think I could make it last. I knew I'd fuck something up and ruin it all. So I was too scared to give it a try, and I was too selfish to let you go and move on. I wouldn't have moved on anyway, Kacchan. I'm stuck, it seems. Always have been. I'm so sorry. I wish I'd have not been such a coward from the start. You deserve so much better. I mean, I can't always stop myself from snapping, but I don't like snapping at you, so really it'll be so different now? Kacchan, calm down. You've apologized so much. Because that one stupid sorry word just isn't enough. But there's no other way to say it. I'm just so sorry. For everything. Bakugo's eyes started watering and Deku's heart hurt in his chest. He pulled Bakugo forward into a hug, and it was exactly what they both needed. It's okay, Kacchan. The crying boy inhaled Deku's scent and held him so tightly, burying his face into the shorter boy's shoulder and feeling so complete. You're so selfless, almost too forgiving, but thank you. Bakugo pulled back to look him in the eyes with a sad smile. I love you. I love you too, Ka-chan. Thanks for finally letting me say it without getting mad. Bakugo tutted and rolled his eyes playfully, but as he looked back into Deku's eyes he just got lost. I can't believe you kissed half and half before me. Oh god. Did it even really count though? I just pushed our lips together, it's not even really a kiss. I guess I'll just have to give you a real kiss then? Oh, Ka-chan, we're in a public park. No one's around, and even if they were, who cares? You're too pretty to pass up this opportunity. Deku blushed as Bakugo leant closer to him. He closed his eyes and their lips connected. He couldn't believe that after so long of being so frustratingly stuck in love with Bakugo, he was finally kissing him, and it was better than he ever could have imagined. They kissed for probably too long considering they were in a public place, and when they pulled apart Bakugo was so red and disheveled. I'm the biggest idiot to ever live. What? I could have had that. For years. Mind blown. Ka-chan, he's so flustered. No, you don't understand. Oh god, I'm going to get addicted to kissing you. Can I kiss you again? We should get back to the dorms. OMG. Yes, that's the best idea you've ever had. We need to get back right now. Bakugo dragged Deku to the dorms in a rush. Luckily, it wasn't too far, so he didn't get too impatient and just dragged Deku into an alleyway to make out with him. But when they got back to Deku's dorm and shut themselves inside, they spent hours with their lips locked and bright red cheeks. Hehehehe. I wanna make a part 3. I can't keep up with angst, guys, so I hope you like that they ended up together. Of course they had to come on. I doubt I'll make much angst in future because I much prefer making cute, fluffy, funny videos, and based on my comments last video a lot of you will be totally fine with that. I hope you enjoyed this video and that you want a part 3 like I do. Thanks for watching. Love you all so much. I know this is completely irrelevant, but as a K-pop fan and a part of the BTS army for 5 years now, I needed to congratulate them on winning Artist of the Year at the AMAs. Go BTS, woo!